All right. Okay, let me introduce you guys. Let me get up here so I can get on the camera.
Nice.
Go, Brad.
Went to the camera.
All right. I would like to introduce today our guest speaker. This is Sydney Reeves. I've known Sydney for, we figured it out, like 35 years or something. He and I went to high school together.
What?
Took a lot of science classes together. His favorite was AP Biology.
Bye-bye.
My favorite was physiology. Then following that was AP Biology. But anyway, Sid has an incredible story to share with you guys. He's going to talk about his job, which is fitness training. He has a studio just down here across from Zion's Bank. And I've been working out with Sid for about 5 years now, Monday, Wednesday, Friday. My energy level, I told my other class, I used to have to take a nap after school every day until I started working out with Sid. Now I don't have to take that nap anymore.
I take like a 3 hour.
Okay?
Me too.
My energy level, when you guys exercise, and he can attest to it and I can attest to it, when you exercise your energy level, you would figure you get tired. Your energy level increases. It's crazy. So he's got an awesome presentation for you guys, so let's thank him in advance for coming.
Thank you, appreciate it. Yes, man, we had so much fun in high school biology, AP English, and we also did AP English together. She was super smart.
Oh, you're smart.
She's a super good teacher.
Sid went to
right?
medical school, so.
Yeah, so anyway, it's fun to learn, right, especially about the human body. We're gonna go over the job description and everything here in just a minute. So then after we do this part, we'll divide the lecture into 3 pieces. We'll do my personal story and background, and then the second part we'll go over some skeletal system stuff, some surgery stuff, some of that, and then we'll finish up doing some exercises. Sound fun? And it's optional. You don't have to come up. It's just, you know, if you feel like coming up and trying an exercise, then great. If not, it's okay to say no, right? So why don't we get started with this part, get this out of the way. Fitness trainer, first of all, wow, it is a fun job, super fun. Very rewarding to help people get bigger, faster, stronger, to overcome, to prepare for knee surgery. One lady, 64-year-old, came in, the doctor says, you gotta lose weight before we can do surgery. So we gotta lose weight, take more weight off the joints, and then strengthen the quad. So lose weight, strengthen the quad, prepare the person for artificial knee surgery, 2 artificial knees, and later she's skiing, hiking to Maylands Peak, doing awesome, 64 years old. So super rewarding for me to be able to be a part of that process and help her along through exercise and nutrition, right? Job description, I am the motivator, right? It's not really fun to come work out. So you gotta keep it positive, you gotta make sure that you're safe, doing the correct form, and you're getting good results, because it's hard to continue doing something if you're not changing, you're not getting the results you're looking for. So make sure they get their results, right? And that means efficient movements, proper biomechanics, all that good stuff. I also coach them on nutrition, trying to help people to eat clean. So getting them into the habit of 6 meals a day, 2 big meals and 4 small meals. Eat it, burn it, eat it, burn it. Never let it become part of your body fat storage, right? I'm big on vegetables, salads at lunch, you know, an omelet at breakfast. You have your protein and your veggies for an omelet, right? You have your salad, you have, you know, some chicken or salmon or tuna with a salad, and then from there it's pretty small meals, right? And because that helps the blood sugars to stay constant, and it's easier on your pancreas, right? As it tries to maintain the blood sugar levels, right? So with the insulin. All right, so I'm doing that. I'm coaching them on nutrition. And I'm also practicing what I preach. You know, I get up at 4:30 in the morning. I have 8 ounces of water. I go through all my gratitude, and then have my oatmeal and hit the gym. And then after that, 2 hours, 3 hours later, I have my breakfast. So my energy levels are important as the client. I have to take care of myself. I mean, how many of you would go to like a fat trainer? You'd be like, I don't know about this, right? Does he know what he's talking about? Probably not, right? Or he's not practicing what he's preaching. And it's always good to lead by example, right? Yeah. So education needed, well, it's all online these days. You just certify online. You can Google, top certifications to be a trainer. The one I went through is ISSA, which is International Sports Science Association. And it's about $800 to $1,000 somewhere. I don't know what the current price is anymore, but I do know that you get a discount if you say that I referred you. I give you a couple $100 off of your certification. So you certify online, and then from there you have to have your first aid, okay? And after that, it's up to you to become unique as a trainer. You could be a trainer that specializes in nutrition. You could be a trainer that teaches yoga and yoga certified. You could be a trainer that teaches Pilates and weightlifting. Okay, you could be a mixed martial arts trainer, so you teach weightlifting and martial arts. You could be a jazz trainer, like I was with the Utah Jazz for 6 months. I saw how the best of the best work out, $1 million athletes, super important workouts because their performance, their stats equals their job. And it's a lot of money, right? Millions of dollars. So their ability to rebound, jump, shoot the three, right? All that. It depends on their training in the gym too, outside of their natural abilities. So you could be on, and that rolls us into the earnings and income. You could be a jazz trainer, make $100,000 a year, you're on a salary, or you could be a part-time trainer as a mom. As you get older and you have kids, you could just work on, Tuesdays and Thursdays and have a few clients. So it's kind of ranges. You can kind of set up your own schedule, like I do. I start at 5:30 in the morning on a Monday. I'll have a 6 a.m., 6:30, 7 a.m., 7:30, appointment, and then keeps going throughout the day till like 8 or 9 at night. So Monday's really intensive. Then Tuesday's more relaxed. I have a few appointments. I can come and do a guest lecture like this. Wednesday's more intensive, 5:30 a.m. till 8, 9 p.m. Thursday's more relaxed. I might go fishing, for example. Friday comes along, it's more intensive again, 5:30 a.m. till 8 or 9 at night. And then the weekends are off. So pretty easy schedule as a trainer, other than really concentrated on Monday, Wednesday, Friday, when everyone wants to try and get in there and get their workout done. You could also, have your own supplement line as a trainer. You could sell protein shakes, protein bars. You could sell, clothing line, so you can supplement your income with that as an option. There's quite a bit of ways you can do it. It can be modest or lucrative. Job outlook is bright. There's so many people. The social media, the emphasis is looking good. Everyone wants to lose weight, look good. So we need help. Got to do it the right way. So we need trainers. You could work in the CrossFit world. You could work in the Gold's Gym world, VASA, Planet. You could be Lady Fitness, helping out over there with the Zumba classes or whatever, and personal training. There is it's a big market. It's a big market out there, and lots of people that need to get in shape. You get to be helping your uncle, your aunt, your grandma, do some wall sits at home to help strengthen her quads so she, doesn't fall, more balance, that kind of thing. Yeah. Any questions on any of those? Yeah.
How much would you say the medium income is?
Oh, probably around $50,000, $60,000 a year. Yeah. I think like my best year was like, I think I made, almost made 80,000, and other years it's not as good to be earning like 35 or 40, so depends on how much you work, how many clients you take on. It's up to you. But I don't like to burn out, so I like to stay healthy, I maintain my workouts and stuff too, so yeah. All right. Good on that? Okay, so let's go ahead and go into the personal story. My background started off when I was a kid. Fell in love with football. Loved running the ball. Sports are are awesome. How many of you guys play sports? Yeah? What do you play?
Lacrosse.
Nice. We'll have you come up hopefully, do some lacrosse stuff. What do you-
Volleyball.
Volleyball, nice. I hope you can, because I got some volleyball movements.
Triathlon and volleyball.
Oh, wow, super, that's really good, yeah. A lot of endurance there. Anyone else?
I play softball.
Softball? Oh, that's good, variety, we got nice variety going right there, okay. So, as a little guy, I knew at an early age, I knew that I was gonna have to lift weights to get bigger, faster, stronger. I was gonna still be the MVP after Little League football, right? So 7th grade, I started lifting weights, and I stayed with it my whole life. You know, different things happened, and as you're gonna learn, but I always had my weights as my friend, you know, to go to and relieve my stress and keep my body sound and strong. When I got to be a junior in high school, it was kind of a turning point, defining point in my life. I was taking AP classes with Lorene and really liking biology and science. Made a decision to go to medical school after taking care of my mom. She got sick when I was a junior. Are you all juniors?
Mm-hmm.
Juniors? Okay, yeah, so I was a junior just like you, and my mom got diabetes. And it was really hard on me to watch her go through that. Come home from school, take her blood sugar, you know, see what it was, give her insulin if she needed it. And I just thought, wow, what a horrible disease, you know. So made the decision, I want to become a doctor. I want to help people overcome diseases and get better. So from there, I went to, graduated high school, went to the University of Utah. As a freshman, I got involved with lots of things. It was a ton of fun. Highly recommend it. College is awesome. Joined a fraternity, Sigma Chi. I played a year of rugby with Highland. Did a lot of intramural sports. And I kept training. I was always running hills, doing bleachers, sprints, lifting weights, doing squats. And I had two goals at that time in my life. Make the UV football team and go on a mission. So I came home for the summer and I met Marcella, this girl I started dating. She had moved to Utah from Colorado to play basketball, volleyball at Weber State. Her dad happened to live right behind Maverick in those 3 fountain condos, you know. So she was living with him and we were dating, having fun, go out dancing, go to the gym, do squats, go shoot hoops, you know, and I had a really good summer. All came down to the very last day of the summer before, I remember I had just packed my car full of all my stuff, and I was ready to move into the Sigma Chi house in Salt Lake City and start my sophomore year. She said, hey, come over, you know, say goodbye. Oh yeah, for sure. So I jogged over to her place and we stretch out. We're talking about life, and I remember she read a poem to me that was awesome, and we went for a jog. And so we were jogging on 2550, which goes straight towards Big Boys Toys, and we got down there, we turned around, and we're on our way back, and about just like 3 blocks from her condo, we were hit by a drunk driver. So this car that hit us was doing about 65 miles an hour, and it was a Lincoln Continental, so it was a really big car, and the guy just had way too much to drink, like 48 beers, and the passenger had 72 beers, and glass hit him in the face, and he didn't even know he was in an accident. And my girlfriend she was the one that hit the windshield, and it killed her instantly. So she died, but I didn't know it. I didn't know that she died because my legs were shattered and I was just laying there in so much pain. I didn't know what was going on. I was in and out. And I do remember seeing the brake lights of the car because he hit us and then he stopped up the road a ways and he turned around and he came back at us. And I remember putting my head down and thought, I'm a runner. So he took off. It was a hit and run. And as he fled the scene, he was doing like 120 with a shattered windshield, and he almost killed someone else. There was a girl getting off work at Kimberly Clark, and She was coming up 2550 and like she ran off the road. He was in her lane. He was in the wrong lane. So it was a super scary night. It was crazy. So many things happened. It was like throwing a rock in a lake and the ripple effect. All these lives changed. You know, Marcella's life ended. My life changed. My goals were obviously interrupted drastically. The driver was scared for his life because he knew that he did something really bad. So he went home and hid the car in the garage, and his wife woke up and lost it. She's yelling, screaming, "You've hit some people." He said, "No, it wasn't. It was like a cow. Don't worry about it." The newspaper, she called 911, they recorded them arguing, and the police went to his house, made the arrest on the driver. I went off to the hospital in the ambulance with some bone fragments and stuff to put me back together. So it was, wow, it was a nightmare. It was scary. It was really scary. One of the scariest things, I will never hear ambulance or a fire truck and feel the same ever again. It's always relive that horrifying experience, you know. So I had to really pick up the pieces and start over, you know, from square one. I was laying in the hospital, and they didn't really tell me my girlfriend had died until days later when they felt like I was stable, I could handle it. And so that was really the first obstacle or hurdle that was extremely hard. And then, you know, I said, "What about my legs?" You know, and I said, "Well, you know, we'll see, you know, how it goes. I've got some surgeries." So they put some pins in my legs, and I was in a wheelchair for a long time. I was working with two doctors, Dr. Crosland at St. Ben's and Dr. Ralston at Katie. He's a plastic surgeon, and he took my soleus muscle and wrapped it around on top of my tibia on the right side, because my right side was having trouble with blood circulation. So they tried to use my soleus and bring in some blood flow to that. Because if you just reach down and touch your tibia, you know, there's nothing there but skin and bone, right? You can tap it. So there's no fat, no blood flow. So when you break it, it has a hard time healing. So this bone infection started to get out of control. Doctors got worried, and I said, you know, I just want to do everything I can to avoid amputation, because, you know, my mom's legs are amputated, and I see what that's like, and I don't want that. I want to do everything to avoid that, and I want to be able to run again. You know, I want to be able to use my legs. You know, I still want to try and play ball. I mean, you don't know in your mind what's going to happen at the time. So they said, well, you got to go to the University of Utah, where the technology might be able to save your leg. So Dr. Scott became my physician. He was an orthopedic, what they call pediatric oncologist. So he specialized in kids with cancer in their bones. Well, I had a bone infection. So he said, what we do is we're just going to cut everything out. We're going to take you into surgery. We're going to cut every piece of tissue that looks infected at all and get rid of it. So it created a big hole in my leg. So I had a giant hole there. He said, now that all the infection's gone, we're going to use this bone stretcher to actually pull the two bone endings back together. So what they do is, this thing's called the Monticelli Spinelli External Fixation System. It's in Russia, and it's a bone stretcher. There's 3 rings. The top ring stabilizes. The middle ring moves, and the bottom ring is also a stabilizer. Okay. So every day I turn with a wrench. Anyone with braces? Had braces? Yeah. So you got to go to the orthodontist. Got to get an adjustment. You're basically moving your teeth, which is bone. Here we're moving the tibia. So there's wires connected to the rings. You see that wire right there? And that wire would come all the way over to here. This wire would come all the way there. It goes right through your leg. And so all these are attached to wires. And one thing I didn't mention before to the other classes was, because of my interest in medicine, Dr. Scott let me, interact with a lot of the surgeries and procedures on myself, which was weird, right? But I remember when he said, "Sid, do you want to cut this wire?" And I said, "Sure, I'm going to try." I remember sweating. I had some wire cutters in my hand, and I was like, okay, here we go. And I remember just snipping that thing, and it went, you know, kind of like, because it's set on tension. You crank it down, when you cut it, and I threw my leg, just, and then I had to grab it, and actually it was on this side, and I actually pulled it right through my leg. Oh! And it was intense, for real. Anyway, yeah, so, but it was fun disassembling it. You're like, yes, I'm getting this thing off, right? I wore this for 1.5 years on my leg, stretched my bone about that much. And this is made of alloy. It's pretty heavy. Once upon a time, long time ago, you would see me riding my mountain bike with this thing on my leg up Mile Hill, right here, next to your school. Used to work out right there, riding my mountain bike. So pass that around and feel what that's like. Try to imagine what it's like to wear that. And think about why I'm wearing that. Why is he wearing that? Well, because some guy was driving drunk, right? So that's an important message also. The other contraption here was the second 1.5 years. This technology changed again, and so lighter and stronger. This is titanium. It's lighter and it's stronger. And this would hold my bone together in position after the movement so that it could heal. Osteoblast build, osteoclast tear down, right? So you squeeze those bone endings together and stimulate the osteoblastic, right, cells, and then that's how the bone was starting to heal. The problem was, even though I had the bones smashed together and I was walking on that right side and trying to stimulate those osteoblasts, I still wasn't getting enough nutrition to the bone. And that means blood flow, right? You have to have blood flow to get the bone to heal. So they said, well, in order to get some blood to this bone, we're going to bring in Dr. Pete from New Zealand. And Dr. Pete, what he's going to do, he's going to actually sew your legs together. Yeah. Yeah. What would you say?
What the heck?
Really, what would you do?
I'll
Say,
get stuck.
would you sew your legs together to save it from amputation?
Sure. I bet you
Or would you say, cut it off, I'll do the prosthetic? Which one?
probably so.
Yeah, ooh, I voted for the legs sewn together. And one of the reasons I remember, one of the major experiences that motivated me to go on with surgery was I got in the car with my buddy, Mark Veer, and I drove to California. He had just got home from a mission, and hey man, let's go on a road trip, man. I gotta clear my head, you know. It's too much going on, you know. So drive straight to Cali, to the beach. And how many of you guys been to the beach before? Yeah? How many of you ever put your feet in the sand? Yeah. It's amazing, right? Can you remember that experience? Your feet in the sand. So I get to the beach, get my crutches, I have that thing on my leg, crutch it over to the beach, and put my feet in the sand, took my shoes off, socks off, in the sand, and I was like, wow. Wow, my feet in the sand. It's worth it. It's totally worth it. I'm going to go back, and I'm going to keep having surgery until they save my leg, right? If I can. So get back, say, yes, I'm ready, go under the knife, and I wake up like this. My legs sewn together, and there's this figure 8 cast. They just did this cast. It went around and around. So I see this cast, and I'm like this. My legs are sewn together. Ah! Like, I can't move, right? It's kind of scary, you know. You are seriously just chilling hard, right? Like, you're not moving fast. And it was really, really, really challenging time of my life. You know, read books, learn about pain, how to manage pain with your mind, without pills. What is pain, you know? Really just deal with it. And use things like, we used to play Nerf hoop. I had like a blanket set up to where I could shoot and it'd roll back to me. Yeah, come over, yeah, let's play. I'm ready. You know, take your mind off things. Friends were a very important part of recovery. So supported. Your family, you know, positive thoughts. Couldn't have done it without all of that. So after 3 months, the blood was making it down across the bridge into the bone and giving it the blood supply it needed, the nutrition that it needed to allow it to heal. Otherwise, it wouldn't have made it. So if you all reach down and grab your left calf, if you grab this, you can feel skin, epidermis, dermis, subcutaneous, and fascia. And then there's muscle, gastroc, right? So this is, if I was you said reach down and touch my left calf, I'd go like this first. Oh, okay. So this is the skin from my left calf, so the front of my right leg now. And it's giving that bone the nutrition that it needs to heal, and that's what saved my leg from amputation. So, right? Fully functional, 11 years, 25 surgeries, but I made it. So, during that time, I went to Weber State in a wheelchair on crutches, because my mind was, I could still learn, right? And so learn I did, you know. Bachelor's degree in zoology, bachelor's degree in psychology, chemistry minor, just loved school and information. I highly recommend it. Go on beyond high school and get into college. It's a really good experience for you. After I finished at Weber State, I got accepted into a research program in New Orleans, Tulane Medical School research program, where I was studying nutrition versus cancer. So my patients had cancer, but they didn't want chemo or radiation. They wanted to do things like shark cartilage. It turns out the shark cartilage attacks tumors and cuts off the blood supply. Energized water, mushrooms from Japan, you know, shiitake, maitake mushrooms, and their properties and how they attack tumors and help boost nutrition and the immune system. CoQ10, powerful antioxidant. Selenium, powerful antioxidant, right? Chromium. Chromium is awesome, especially in managing blood sugars, right? Helps the pancreas a lot. So that's a good mineral. Learning about minerals. Minerals are extremely important. We used to go to the prison and get a hair sample and then analyze it and find out, was this person deficient in minerals? And if they were, can we link the mineral deficiency to the violent behavior? Okay, so they're not getting proper nutrition. Does it cause them to be violent? It's cool. A lot of research. Nutrition is definitely key. That was the take-home message. It's the key, and to include if you're battling cancer. For example, in regards to pH in your body, we know now that cancer hates alkalinity, right? Can't grow, can't thrive. So the more vegetables, fruits you eat, water, especially if it's like alkalinized water, like put a lemon or lime in your water, then your body's going to shift towards more alkaline pH. Okay? We live in a very acid world, right? The pH shifted to acid from working out, lactic acid, right? Pollution, right? It's wintertime, air's not good. Okay, yeah, smoke, secondhand smoke, yeah, any type of prescription medication, sugar, too much protein, right? All those things shift your pH to acid. So I learned it's important to eat vegetables. That's when I really started focusing on that for my body. Saw it in my patients, put it in my body, got better results. In my healing, my comeback, fitness, nutrition, mindset, it was all there. I come home, I get into med school at the U, I'm still on crutches though. So that was a chore. It became very, very mentally, wow, and physically. Because you got to figure, I put my crutches down right here, I've got that bone stretcher on my leg, I'm washing my hands right here, and then I come through the door and the nurse puts my gloves on, and I sit there and do a hysterectomy for 13 hours. Right? With this thing. Oh, wow. Then you come out, you change into your tie, you go see your patient on crutches. How you doing? Yeah, surgery went well. What are you thinking right now? What happened to you? What's wrong with your leg? Right? So it was interesting to talk to people and be like the patient and the doctor all at the same time. That was a really interesting experience. And you learn a lot of empathy. I had like the best. Get an A. Bedside manner, obviously. And then I've seen doctors be jerks, you know, and that's not cool, you know. So you learn how to be as a health professional person, and it was just really humbling. Good experience that made me who I am today. So I was living in Cali. In Newport Beach, studying for boards, actually. And I rode my mountain bike from Newport down to Huntington. And along the way, I saw all these fitness studios, like 25 of them in Huntington Beach, Newport, Laguna. They're everywhere. And I kind of filed that away and thought, I'm going to do that someday. That is so cool. People come to you, you work out, you know. I thought that is so cool. So then, after 3 years of medicine, I started really having a change of heart as far as my desire to be a doctor. I took a break from medical school. I actually got a part in a movie with Glenn Close. And I lived in the mountains, and I grew a beard, and I was this Peruvian gold miner in this children's book called Ballad of Lucy Whipple. And I was watching all of these actors and thought, whoa, that's real deal right there. You got to have acting school, you know. And so I ended up being the fitness trainer for the producer, Michael Gallant. And big-time Hollywood producer. We're going into Park City. I'm helping him work out. He's picking my brain on nutrition. And I was fired up because I had just learned all about nutrition. It's like, yeah, man, this is what you got to do. You want to, you know, you got to eat some pumpkin seeds for your prostate health. You got to do this. You got to do that. You know. And so he's like, this is cool, man. I'm going to help you with your acting resume and get you in some movies and stuff. So I started doing movies. I had my own TV show, Dr. Fit. It was on Park City TV. It was on Channel 17 of Ogden, educational. Basically, all it was teaching people how to exercise, do it the right way, eat this, you know. And it was fun. It was fun. I was having fun. And then that led to my opportunity in North Ogden with a physical therapist, Ken College. Hey, Sid, come out here. We want you to do the exercise programs after physical therapy. So you finish your physical therapy and you roll right into your continuing exercise program. And that was many years ago. And then when Northern Fitness broke up, I went off on my own. Sydney's Fitness, here I am today, all these years later. Helping your teacher work out, helping myself work out, helping lots of people work out. It's just my passion. Because I know I can relate to them, I can get them to their goals. Everyone wants to feel good, right? You want to feel good, and you want to have energy, and you want to be strong. And that's what I do. So if you know of anyone that needs to get in shape or help with their medical condition, I see people with rheumatoid arthritis, fibromyalgia, Parkinson's disease, they still got to work out. Research shows the best way to manage your Parkinson's disease, besides medications, sometimes it's a must, but you know, exercise. So everything, exercise, everything. You know, diabetes, exercise is mandatory. Cholesterol problem, exercise is mandatory. Hypertension, right? Exercise is always there, right? It solves everything. So start working out. Don't ever stop. Marriage, divorce, kids, I don't care. Work out. Remember Dr. Fitz said that, okay? All right. Any questions? No?
Oh, my famous, so Sid, what happened to the guy that hit you, the drunk driver?
Right. My cube. That's right. Oh my heck. Okay, so go back to the night of the accident. Okay, they arrest this driver. How much time do you think he got? Guess.
25 years.
25 years? Anyone else want to guess?
I'm guessing not very much. Yeah.
Okay, how much?
Probably not. 10.
He killed someone. 10 years. Okay. Any other guesses? We have 25, 10,
16.
16 years. Killed someone, left the scene of the accident, DUI, negligent
Life.
driving, swerving. We have life. Guess? 1 year.
Oh,
One
That's it?
year. 1 year with work release. He slept at the jail.
How old was he?
36. He slept at the jail. He had 5 kids. Slept at the jail and went to work every day. What do you think?
serious?
That's so cute.
Right? Okay, so how do you feel now?
Okay.
Your girlfriend's dead. He's going to work every day, sleeping at the jail. Your girlfriend's dead. Your legs are toast. How do you feel?
I feel like you should have gotten one for every surgery you had in 1 year.
Well, now my girlfriend is dead too.
Yeah.
How do you put? How do you
I
put?
feel like you have the right to be alone.
So guess what? I have the right to be alone. It's my right to kick your butt card. Come outside. No. No. Here's how I handled it. Okay. Take the high road. Why? Because I watched my mom. Oh my gosh, my mom. She's in a wheelchair. She had no legs. No, someone knocks at the door. Guess who it is? It's her wife. Now, did she do anything wrong?
No.
What'd she do?
Oh,
All she did was beg him to not drink every day of his life. She begged him every day. Stop, please stop. He didn't. He never listened. So she comes over to apologize. True story. What does my mom do? She answers the door in her wheelchair. What does she do? Slams the door in her face. And I'm like, Mom, what are you doing? We're both in a wheelchair. Both of us. I said, that lady didn't do anything to us. What are you doing? And it's because she was so angry and bitter. She couldn't have kids. I was her only adopted child. And now I'm sitting in a wheelchair. And I learned in that moment, it's not, you shouldn't hate or be angry. It just brings you down. For real. I watched her. She died at 57 years old. Unhappy, angry, bitter, no legs. I decided to use education. I said, look, I'm writing to Oprah. And guess who responded? Oprah calls me up. I want you on the show. I want you to see if this guy will come. We want to do this. Okay, so I call him up. I says, I know this is weird that I'm calling you, but I want to let you know that I have forgiven you, and I'm putting all my energy into healing, coming back from this accident. We have an opportunity to go in front of the nation and tell everyone what happened and educate people so they don't make these same mistakes that kill people and leave people injured and leave people angry and bitter, right? I was doing an assembly, Highland Junior High. This little girl jumps up and runs out of the assembly. I'm like, who's that? What's going on? Guess who it is? His daughter. The driver's daughter. She's being bullied, teased that her dad's a murderer. Is that going to solve anything? No. Did she do anything wrong? No. Make sense? So he goes on Oprah, gets his butt chewed, and we find out, you know, he's an alcoholic, but he's quit since the accident. He's trying to do good things, change his life, and Oprah helped me launch a public speaking program. So I went to 13 states, talked to students all over, and shared my story, and changed lives, like today, like this class. Changing the way you think about adversity, because it's going to happen, right? There's going to be some tough times in your life, for sure. And you're going to think back and you're going to remember this story. So you can dig in and overcome. Okay, move on. Because it'll happen. Positive, positive, positive. Always positive thinking. Okay? Any questions before we exercise? The fun part. All right, come on up here. I need lacrosse. I need volleyball. I need softball in the front of the room. Come on.
There you go.
I'm so glad I answered. I did that.
All right. What else did we say? Oh, it's a superstar over here. Triathlete. Yeah. Triathlete. All right. Put you guys in the mix right now. Bam, 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 bam. I see them right there. Exercises. Going, 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 going. Volleyball?
Yeah.
Okay, volleyball.
Stop.
Lacrosse. Okay. What's your name?
Olivia.
Nice to meet you, Olivia.
I'm Mikhail.
Mikhail, nice to meet you.
Ryan.
Ryan?
Bless.
Les? Oh, hey. Okay, here we go. So, in the world of volleyball, let's see. Let's go ahead and let's have you take off your shoes. If you don't mind. Is that okay?
Yeah, I
All
guess.
right.
Can I keep my socks on?
Yeah,
Okay.
for sure. Okay, we're gonna get Les.
Except I
We're gonna get
ugly
Les going.
socks.
Okay, he's got a lot of endurance, so we're gonna get him going. Okay. He's gonna do this right here. I'm creating these exercises in my mind right now. I can see them like a crystal ball. Okay? All right, Les, here we go. So Les, we need something to hold on to here. I think 15 pounds might do it. he's a swimmer, right? Water polo, can tread forever, so we're gonna go like this. It's gonna go like this while we're talking. Les is gonna be right here, swimming. Like Aquaman, the new movie. Okay, so you're gonna be swimming. Ready? You're gonna stay there. I'll come back to you. All right, so there's Les. All right, let's see, make sure he's got it right. Hold on. Balance, balance. It's like a teeter-totter. It's like a teeter-totter. I have one hand on the weight, and that other hand is up. Okay, kick your legs, scissor kicks, scissor kicks, scissor kicks, scissor kicks. Right, your left hand is anchored by a 15-pound dumbbell. Scissor kicks, do not touch your feet on the floor. Keep it. Now you stay there. Come on, Les. Swim. Let's try to do that again. You're doing scissor kicks, okay? Your left hand's anchored by the 15-pound dumbbell. Your right hand's got 8 pounds in it. Okay, now swim. Swim. Stay there, Les. Come on. Oh, boy. Okay, stop. Time out. Time out.
Good job,
We're going
Les.
to check in with Les here, because that's a little more difficult, right, than you thought?
Yeah.
Okay, now tell me what's going on. Which part was hardest?
Probably just keeping the core tight.
Core tight? Okay. All right, so we're going to try this again. I'm going to talk him through it. What's going on here? Biomechanics. First of all, this is like a teeter-totter. You know, where am I on the ball? If I'm clear over here, my whole body's out there, that's not good. So I definitely got to be up on the top of the ball, right? Now this, if I move this here, I don't get as much leverage. So I slide that out there for more leverage. Now I have, like a teeter-totter, there's weight from here to my feet, right? I'm balanced. So I'm balanced in the middle. I'm swimming, and it's still short kicks, right? Short kicks. I'm using my core. Now this part here is just ruthless. Now this part is just, we might throw that out. We're gonna see. Maybe some reps. Let's do some reps. That'll help you. Okay? All right, and then we're gonna switch it. We're gonna go this side. Woo! See that?
Sid, go.
We're swimming, we're swimming. Switch, we're swimming. See that core? Okay, try it again, Les. See, how about I just taught you and let's do it again. So, I said he's a triathlete, you know, water polo, he got the endurance. Here we go. Scissor kicks, you don't bend your knees, do you? Scissor kicks, there we go, scissor kicks. Nice, nice, slow down, think about it. Think about it, there's a lot going on. Pat your head, rub your tummy. Pat your head, rub your tummy.
Are you guys excited for what you have to do?
No, I take it back. I don't play any sports.
It's all on your level, his is his level. Okay, switch hands, Les. Okay, now do it again the other side. Obliques, opposite side muscles. Lower back. What's the lower back muscle? Erector spinae, posture muscle. Look at that, posture muscle. Look at that, he does a lot of swimming, you can tell. It's just something he's never done before. Okay, break. So anyway, right? Is that cool? Now if you kind of mess around like that, 4 sets, as part of your regimen occasionally, it's going to really make you stronger. Your deltoid strength's going to come way up. Your core is going to come up. Now, you can even put ankle weights on your feet. Make sense? Yeah. So, anyway, that'll make you better at what you do if you did stuff like that. Okay? Nice, nice. Look at that. Heart rate's up. See? Respirations, heart rate. Bam! Target area. Target zone. Good job. Next. You scared?
Yeah, I guess.
Okay, volleyball?
Yeah.
Okay, volleyball. All right, so with volleyball, oh, it's perfect right there. Okay. All right, so you can sit down and you're good for that. All right, with volleyball, you gotta get low, you gotta dig.
Yeah.
I'm training like one of the best volleyball players in the state right now. 8th grade, 6'3", Maggie Littleson.
I love that.
Right?
I
Oh,
practice with her.
yeah, it's fun training her. She's getting better. Anyway, they just won first place, right? Ball place. So I went to watch her, and yeah, so you gotta get down low, you gotta dig, right? I'm gonna take this elastic here. This is not your exercise, but this is what you're gonna do. You're gonna hold that so it doesn't slide up. That's your job. Okay, yeah, just hold that. Perfect. Now, you are gonna come down and do your volleyball thing, right? 1, 2, over there, 3. Is that what you do?
Yeah.
With the right posture, back straight, everything? Okay, now, try it.
Okay.
See some volleyball.
Sorry, I'm gonna like squat. Okay.
I want 10 of them. I want 10 of them. Move, increase your tension. Come out. Come
Okay.
out towards me. Come out.
Farther?
Yeah, a little bit there. Okay. Now, there we go. Squat down and boom. Now,
That's
come up.
it?
There you go. Give me 10 of those. Good. Okay. Nice.
I don't know what
Good.
I'm at for.
10 of them. Keep going. Nice. Okay.
Okay, I did 5.
Okay. Keep going.
5?
All right, keep going.
Okay.
Keep going. I'm going some more with this. Good. So basically, we're also training her mind. You know, mind, body. You know, get to that ball. Get to that ball,
Okay.
right? And you got to be strong when you get to that ball because it's coming hard.
Mhm.
It's a spike, right? All right, now.
We don't add some balance.
God, I need 2 of those. Dang it. Oh, I can still do it. I can still do it. Okay. Usually I have 2 of these when I do this, but we're gonna go with this one. Okay. Now.
Am I supposed to be able to do
Well, I
that?
don't know yet. I'm hoping I can do it. Okay, here we go. Squat. 1. Grab your ball. 2. 3.
Can I do like 3?
You got this. You got this. You got this. You got this. Ready?
Yeah.
Sure?
I think.
Okay, here we go. Round 2.
Oh, I can't. Okay.
You sure?
She
Positive
has socks
thoughts.
on,
Yeah,
Sid. You
positive
had
thoughts,
shoes.
positive thoughts.
Oh shoot, oh shoot.
She's gonna slide off of that. She should put her shoes on. What kind of shoes do you
No,
have?
it's
Your
okay.
heel.
Move your feet
Heel.
Oh,
apart.
heels, never mind.
Start over here?
Yeah.
There's no way.
Jump.
Okay.
All right, now squat gently,
Okay, wait.
back straight.
Okay, wait, okay.
Realignment.
Bunch of noise.
It was my legs.
Where's your legs?
They popped a couple times.
Now, did it hurt?
No.
Let's learn something. Let's learn something. Popping with pain, stop immediately. Go to the doctor, okay? If there's no pain,
I'm good.
we're good. Okay, close call, here we go.
That took me so long.
Now, I'm gonna hold this, okay?
I
You're
just
gonna
get
start-
on?
Yeah. Yep. Okay. Okay,
Wait,
move your
okay.
feet apart. Yep. Okay, now back straight. Okay, hold on. Back
Okay.
straight, back straight. Back straight.
Okay.
Just a little mild, little, and then, okay? Yeah, back straight. One.
Like
First
that?
go down, then do the arms. First go down, stop, then do the arms.
Oh shoot.
All right, now, so obviously, if she was to come and practice this, it would make her better at getting down and being more balanced. Right? Because the ball's coming fast and hard.
Yeah.
So if you got to get down, you got to be stable, right?
Yeah.
No, really. Would you see? Okay, we got it. Good job.
Thanks.
Thanks. That was scary. Popping versus popping with pain. Choice. Okay. Let's do softball. Here we go.
So embarrassed. Please don't use this video.
You're gonna get so many hits on this video. It's going viral.
Wait right hand. All right, now. Okay. I'm gonna have to have you come sit right here. Over there. That's because I need some weight. So you're like a dumbbell, but not really. I mean, you know, just figuratively, not literally. You're just holding that. Okay, now. What position are you in? You're third. Oh, I love it! That's hot. Boy, over there. Watch out now. Watch yourself. Third base is hot. That's what I play in softball. It's hot. You gotta be fast. Reaction time. One time I was playing third, and the ball came down the line so fast I couldn't go like that. And I didn't want to miss it, so I went like that. Barehanded it. Ow! And then you gotta like, right? It's hot. Third base is hot. Okay. But it's fun. That's where the action's at. All right. So you're going to do good at this because you understand what's going on. Okay. Basically, you're ready position, and which you know, go into ready position, and you're going to shuffle, scoop up the ball, throw it to first. Make sense? Yeah. This hit's coming between you and shortstop. Okay. You're on third base. Boom. Now, first.
You guys duck over there.
I feel like if he lets it
There
go,
it
it's
is.
gonna hit Kaylee right in the face.
Right?
Is he pulling you a chair?
Watch the ball. You know it's coming hot, right? It's between you and short. You gotta get it. Go, right there. Okay? Let's try it. Now, let's do two things here. Let's do slow motion, then we'll do full speed. Okay, so slow motion, here. Shuffle. Down, pick it up. Okay? Alright, here we go. Okay, wait. Get the camera ready. I want to see slow motion first. Slow motion, go. You see the ball? Get in ready position. Ready position. You see the ball? Scoop and throw. Nice.
I can't do it.
Okay, hold on. The throw is not going to be like exactly like your throw. We're going to work throwing muscles. So you just come up a little higher and work throwing muscles.
I can do it from right here.
Let's go. Here we go. All right. Let me see slow motion. You see, get ready position. You see the batter? Okay, good. Let's do it again. Watch the batter now. It's coming fast. Here we go. Okay, scoop. You always make sure your hand gets down to the ground so it doesn't get under you. Here we go. You're thinking, I'm putting my mitt on the ground. Here we go. Ball's not going under me. Not through my legs. Throw it first. We're ready. We're ready. Here we go.
Okay, we're good. Okay.
All right. Scoop. Throw. Reload. Do it again.
Reload.
Scoop. Mitt on the ground. Ball's not going under your legs. Here we go. Scoop. You see the ball? Throw it. First base. Nice. Scoop. Throw. Nice. That's what's up.
Reload.
That's what's up. What do you think, though? What do you think? What do you think? Right? Okay.
I'm kind of
So a little bit of a workout. You did that like 15 times. Right? Then you're going to be better at third base. That throw is a long throw. You got a strong arm. Right? This right here is going to help strengthen those throwing muscles. This is a long throw over there from third to first. Big time. Did you watch the World Series?
Yeah.
Dang, they were throwing to first. Huh?
Yeah.
That third baseman on, what's that team again?
Red Sox.
Yes! Third baseman on the Red Sox. Do you remember?
Oh, it was Red Sox.
Oh, anyway, man, there were some third base plays that were just ridiculous. Wow. It was just boom, just gun. Amazing. All right. Have fun in softball. Love it, love it. Okay, last one, lacrosse. Now, this is a sport. What are you doing? Come in. Lacrosse is a sport I don't know a lot about. It's different, it's new. I know that you have this stick, okay? You're gonna catch a little ball. Really hard. How do you get hit by that thing?
Yeah, all the
It
time.
looks like it hurts. Oh my
Yep.
gosh. Wow. Do you wear pads?
Not, girls don't.
Oh
We're
my
not allowed
gosh.
to wear padding.
Oh, whew. So the ball.
For
hurts.
guys?
Okay.
Yeah, but guys can hit each other.
Oh, okay. Well, you know, it's what it is. Okay, so let's do some.
Contact.
So tell me the lacrosse muscles that you use.
Say abs. So probably like, because you're turning a lot,
Yeah.
you have to cradle the ball, so
Right.
your core, arms, depending on your position, if you're a defender, you need to get down a lot.
Nice.
Um,
She's breaking it down. Okay, cool. So let's go ahead and say, okay, obliques. Obliques, that's part of form. Okay. So, you know plank?
Yes.
Okay, we're gonna do side plank.
Okay.
You done it?
Yes.
Show me side plank.
Yoga.
Yeah, I know. I just had a yoga.
Well,
You want to like
No.
hand or forearm?
Forearm. Yeah. Forearm, side plank, here we go. Nice. Oh, that's nice. Yeah, put that leg up too.
Really?
Yeah, perfect. Yeah, that's nice.
Star.
5 seconds. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Break. Okay, I have just calibrated her real quick. She knows side plank. She knows how to put the leg up. Other side. Let's see the other side. Okay. Right arm, side plank. Here we go. Fancy. Whoop. Bring it up. Palm is going to be open and facing that way. Legs come. That's perfect form. Give her a break. Well, I mean, a round of applause. Break. Now, my job is to turn like, check. She graduated from side plank. On the floor. On the floor. What about side plank on the bottom?
Oh.
Well, since you graduated from side plank on the floor, watch out now. We're gonna go side plank on the bottom.
Oh, okay.
Let's go. Here we go. Everyone, watch out now. Watch out. I better go over here. Make sure. Okay.
Okay.
I'm just here in case.
Okay.
And don't use your arm moves. First do hand on side. Hand on your side.
Okay.
Time out now. Let's just review everything again. Come on up. Right? Let's break it down. Here we go. Okay. Side plank on the ball. Every ball has a different personality, okay? This ball happens to be pretty squirrely, tough to, right? But you got the half ball, right? Half ball or Bosu. Bosu. Oh, don't say that. You hurt my feelings. She said I hate the half. You don't use hate or can't in our terminology, vocabulary.
I don't like the half ball.
Still, that doesn't really work for me. The half balls are very challenging. I like the half ball because it challenges me more. Okay. Oh!
That was on film.
So plank on ball is
Cut that out.
I don't know how to edit.
I want something new.
Yeah.
Right? Okay, here we go. Plank on the half ball. Let's try
Figure it
that.
out.
Plank on half ball. You don't say nothing. Okay. Here we go. Plank on half ball.
Come, Olivia.
Forearm.
I'm really going.
Yes. No, there we go. Wait, do it again. Perfect form. Now other side. Other side.
So like the example.
Other side. Here we go. She's got really good form, actually. Perfect. Plank on ball.
Do you have
Palm towards me. Palm towards me. Nice form. Hips were down a little bit. But. Okay. Now. That was too easy, right? That's a little too easy. So too hard, too easy. We're somewhere in between. I'm gonna flip that over. You don't see nothing. All right. Here we go. Plank on reverse Bosu. Okay. Surface area right there. And okay, let's try it. Oh, that's tough. Okay. I think I'm better on this side actually. To be honest, I know I am.
Yay.
Here we go. Last one. Then we're gonna go, right?
Oh, we get out at 110.
Oh, 110. We got
You
time.
still need to do core push-ups,
Okay.
Sid.
Okay. All right. Here we go. Nice. Perfect. Perfect.
This is really hard because I want
Hold
to
it.
laugh.
10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hips are up. Nice. So plank on the floor, side plank, right? Plank on the ball. Next time I see you, hey, guess what? I mastered plank on the ball. Right? Okay. She's saying, did you try it? Yeah, okay. Okay.